Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Weekend Walk and Talk podcast. Dan Gilligan. We just got finished stopping at the coffee shop. Feeling is doing good. My heart's doing good. Recovery's going well. And I got zero complaints. Cardiac rehab is going extremely well. This week, I'm going to be upping my game a little bit. Not increasing weights, but increasing my reps. At least that's what I'm told I should do. Of course, every time I've always been to the gym, I've always increased my weights. Instead, they're like, yeah, you know what? I want you to increase your reps. Let's see if you can just do more with the same. I'm like, all right, increase your endurance. Like, all right, let's give it a shot. And so far, so good. Nothing's going on weird or wonky with my heart since I'm wearing my heart rate monitor every time. And I'm happy. Family's happy. I'm happy to be here. Family's happy to have me around. And one of the nicest things came out of one of our one-on-ones with one of our on-site employees, where they said that they're really happy that we're giving them the chance to do the things that are complicated and actually learn what they're training to do. And we're not keeping it from them. And at no point in time did they have a worry that something bad was going to happen to the business. They had full faith in Jennifer, and at no point in time did they feel like business might go out of business, which is actually really nice and made us feel really well. I've also praised their processes and procedures, and that everybody just kind of knew what they were doing, which is great. So this next week, and for the next few weeks, is going to be all about Windows 10 upgrades to Windows 11. For the most part, we're doing a lot of new PCs and switching out the old ones, which is actually wonderful. And really what you would want to do is, chances are, if you have a Windows 10 PC, it's pretty old anyway. You should probably just replace it. It's kind of like a car. Every day you go out to your garage, you just expect the car to turn on and take you to wherever it is you want it to take you. You expect the same thing from your laptop or your PC. And the older it gets, the less likely that is to happen. While it is cheaper, it may be less impactful to just do an upgrade to Windows 11, in-place upgrade to Windows 11. There's certain software applications that just do not like it and do not play well. So if you're listening to this and you decide that you're going to take it out on your own to go ahead and do an in-place upgrade, just word of advice, you only have a few days that you can roll back that upgrade. So don't think that you're going to upgrade it and then test all of your programs in about, 2 or 3 weeks. By then, you're done. You can't roll back. So if you have a problem, it's going to continue to be a problem for a long, long time. But a lot of times it's, as long as you're not using any kind of special on-prem software or installed software, and if you're using mostly cloud-based software, like it runs in Chrome or a web browser, you should be just fine. Of course, don't take just my advice for that. You want to have your IT professional tell you that. Have them look at all of your software and make sure that everything is going to run just fine during that upgrade process. Good morning. But once Windows sunsets Windows 10, I would strongly advise either getting rid of that PC or trying to do an in-place upgrade. If you can't do an in-place upgrade, like if your software is telling you that you can't do it, get rid of the PC. Go get a new one and just cut bait and let it go. It's too old. Windows 11 is requiring newer technology to run itself, and I want to say that technology has been being put in the PCs now for the last several years. So your PC's probably either was really inexpensive and left it out, and by inexpensive I mean less than $1,000, or it's past 5 years old. Come on. But another thing to consider, which is that software manufacturers are no longer going to support Windows 10. Now you may think that, as long as they don't upgrade this program, or as long, it's Windows 10, all I use it for is the web, right? Let's say that's your thought process. Well, what happened when everybody had to go from Windows 7 to Windows 10 is Google Chrome, which everybody uses, decided it wasn't going to update its browser anymore on Windows 10. And when that happened, a lot of websites said, no, we're going to start checking the browsers that are hitting our websites. And if you don't have at least this version of a Chromium browser, you're not going to be able to see the website. So even if you're thinking that I can just use it, maybe give it to my kid, and then just use it for the web, I think that's probably one of the worst possible things you can do with your older PC. Find a computer recycling place that's near you, and do the right thing and hand it over. Make sure you delete all your data, recycle it, because it's just going to get worse and worse and harder to use. And it's kind of like, people say, well, this doesn't happen with Mac. It actually does. Macs will eventually get to a point where you can't use the programs anymore. The Mac will work just fine, but you won't be able to download any of the updated programs. You won't be able to use the programs. You just basically kind of just can't do anything with it anymore. Even the websites, you can't go to the websites because Safari gets too old, or Chrome doesn't update anymore because your iOS version is too old. Mac's been doing it for the same thing for a very long time. And it's how they make sure to just keep their life cycle in shape. Problems down. Newer the equipment, less old the equipment is, less problems that you have. Same thing with a car. Good grief. Newer it is, usually the less problems you have. Well, I won't mention any name brands, but anyway, that's all I got for today. I just wanted to mention that. Say, if you're still on Windows 10, have another look at that. Either plan to upgrade that in the next month. With that, make sure you get outside, enjoy the world that's out there. Don't be stuck inside in an office building or in your house doing Peloton or doing a treadmill. Get outside. It's really the only thing that kept me alive to survive my heart attack. The doctor said if I wasn't as healthy as I was, there's no way I would have made it through this. So have a great week and a great rest of August. Take care.